Halo Infinite Season 4 has flown by, and with Season 5 just around the corner, I thought it would be a good time to give my full thoughts on Season 4 from start until right now. The Battle Pass this season focused around the new Hazmat Armor Core, and while some people were crying about it not being lore accurate, some of you just hate fun, don't you? What would you prefer, the Mark 7, Mark 2? I like the core, and I also really liked the Battle Pass. It had some great cosmetics littered here and there, especially the final tier. That was just beautiful. Ultimately, the Battle Pass each season comes down to personal preference. However, one thing I think almost everyone can agree on is that the cross-core aspect of this season's Battle Pass was rubbish. With 343 beginning to sort out a system for cross-core, they decided to make all new coatings cross-core. The only downside being that for the time being, the coatings for each core had to be an individual unlock. Now, to explain why they had to do this, I'd have to get into the science of all of it, and to put it simply, Halo Infinite is broken. This meant that every coating in the Battle Pass had to be scattered throughout different tiers. This meant that a single armor coating took up 8 Battle Pass slots, and a single weapon coating took 9 Battle Pass slots. That's a lot of slots. Of course, I'm not complaining about the fact that we're getting cross-core, but obviously the unique situation for this Battle Pass means that I'm going to have to change my rating slightly. In total, I give the Season 4 Battle Pass a 7 out of 10. It offers some great customization for the Hazmat Core as well as the Mark 7. However, it's brought down by the duplicated Battle Pass slots for each coating. This season had a lot of maps. Forest. Forest is one of my favourite arena maps in the game, with only Cliffhanger coming close. The art style for this map is incredibly vibrant, with different paths and features of this map are amazing. My personal favourite feature is the bird nest thingy that you can snipe from in certain game modes. It's not too big, it's not too small, it looks great, and it plays great with almost any mode. What else could you want? 9 out of 10. Scar. When it was first revealed, Scar looked like a larger map that vehicles could roam freely around. That was not the case. Luckily, I don't really care about vehicles, so I don't care that much at all. The map looked great, which made me really excited for it, but when it was released, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, for no reason at all. I just didn't like it very much. Luckily, as the seasons progressed, I've begun to like it more and more, with it now being in my top 3 BTB maps. That's not very difficult, but it's just under Oasis and that map. I like the shock rifles you can find sometimes, and obviously the aesthetic of this map is amazing. It's good to finally see some map variety when it comes to themes. 7 out of 10. Plaza. Plaza? More like Grazer, am I right? While it was supposed to be released in Season 3, Plaza was delayed for Season 4. It released 1 week into the season and the map played incredibly well. It's definitely one of the best maps gameplay wise. However, the aesthetic is non-existent. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be an old abandoned version of the Halo 5 map, which is in direct contrast to the Pit remake, and to be honest with you, I still like it. 8 out of 10. Dredge. Dredge is the final dev-made map that released during the season, and it was a great surprise. I already made a video going over my thoughts on the map, and everything I say still stands, especially the repulsors. 8.5 out of 10. While last season we got the Shroud Screen and the Bandit Rifle, this season we got the Quantum Translocator and the Threat Seeker. What? The Quantum Translocator is great, I love it. It is so much fun, and the way you can use it definitely varies the game in many different ways, allowing for smart players to get the upper hand. However, when I find it, I can never set up the play I want, therefore it's getting a 0 out of 10. Fine, I'll give it an 8. Threat Seeker. Oh dear lord, the Threat Seeker. I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot this was in the game. I had no idea it was in the game. In fact, for the first month of the season, I thought the Threat Seeker had replaced the Threat Sensor. Nope, it's still in the game. Both of them are. I'm going to be honest with you, the only way I can compare them is like this. One goes zoom, and the other goes pew. 2 out of 10. I think this season had the most amount of game modes in any season ever, which I guess isn't saying much. Let's start with this season's flagship mode, Infection. You either loved it or hated it. At first it was great fun. It was, oh hey look, I'm a killing the zombies. Oh no, I am the zombie. Ah, it was great. Then they discovered the strats. Infected pretty much get 0 points, but survivors get points for every second they're alive, and the nerds noticed this and they thought, if me hide, me get more points. So most matches would boil down to hide and seek, or hide in a corner and kill infected before they can reach you. I thought 343 would fix this problem, but no. The mode hasn't changed since the beginning of the season, and the people have only gotten smarter. Look at this. How have they even done that? 6 out of 10. Mini Slayer, God mode, no further comments, 10 out of 10. Squad battle. Ask any Halo player, and there's a very high chance they'll say that this mode is the best game mode in the game. I mean, sure, it's great. The maps play extremely well with Halo Sandbox. The 8v8 scene fits incredibly well, but it's not exactly day one stockpile, is it? 8 out of 10. Okay, 343 had just released the August update the week before. There were tons of eyes on the game after Halo Infinite's community had been praising it to hell. They needed to have a featured game mode that would capture the eyes of the people around the world. And what do you know, Scar Heavies? Is this not in the regular BTB playlist? I mean, it works. It's just Scar Heavies. I mean, yeah. What else am I meant to say? 7 out of 10. Husky Raid. I had no idea what this mode was, but then in late July, someone came up to me and said it was Long Fiesta. I turned to them and I went, oh, now you've got me hyped. Then I spent the next month and a half sat on my Xbox waiting for this mode. And then it released. And it was the God mode. The maps were amazing, especially these. I loved these. I got some amazing clips in Husky Raid. Generally, some of the most fun I've ever had in this game. 9.5 out of 10. The events this season were a big step up from last season. I never released my Season 3 review, but for events I said that it didn't feel like they were distinct enough. This season is completely different. We had the storyline event, we had the funny samurai event, we had the cyberpunk looking event, we had the story event part 2, and we had the funny samurai event part emblem. Once again, these events were free, so I can't really complain. However, I will give praise to the final Yoroi event, which brought 8 maps into rotation. 8 out of 10. We got career rank this season. This is my first career system since I didn't play any previous Halo titles, so I haven't got anything to compare it to. I like it. I'm completely fine with the rewards just being emblems, no problem at all. The only complaint I do have is that there's currently no reward for reaching max rank. I mean, for max rank I expect a coating or something, you know? Apparently they're adding something, but as of recording this, we have no idea what that is. 8 out of 10. 343 have done a great job at updating the game this season and keeping it interesting. It feels like every week this season something interesting happened, which I loved. They fixed a ton of bugs this season too, my favorite being the Butler AI glitch. If you've been here since the beginning, you'd know how annoying I found that glitch.
Butler, go away. No one wants to hear it, Butler. Butler, shut up. Shut up, Butler.
They also fixed the servers a lot too. Apparently. I don't know, I never really had any issues with the servers, however when I play with literally anyone, they always complain about the server issues, so I might just be the lucky guy. They still haven't updated some things to be in the shop catalog yet, which I find weird. Like, why is this still locked to the rotational shop? It comes back every month, let me buy it! If Season 3 was a good step for Halo Infinite, then Season 4 was a great leap for Halo Infinite. This season does everything Season 3 got right and a whole lot more. The maps, the modes, and everything in between were almost all spectacular. And if this is the way that Halo Infinite is headed, then I'm all for it. I give Season 4 an 8.5 out of 10.